So a few weeks ago, I was interrupted by a fire alarm test while I was trying to record a video.
Testing. Fire system testing. Please disregard all warning tones. Thank you.
Way to ruin my recording! And because so many of you said that I should go ahead and remix the fire alarm, that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be taking the sounds from the fire alarm test and I'm going to be turning it into a fire beat. Let's go ahead and get started. Damn boy, that's a fire beat. That is a fire beat. So I've just gone ahead and pulled these samples out of the original recording. So we've got this one here, which is just the warning.
Testing. Fire system testing. Please disregard all.
Yep, that's sounding pretty nice. We've got this one here. Oh, that is loud. And the last one that we have is this sound here, which is pretty much just a square wave. I should be able to make a whole lot of different instruments using that sound there, but I'm also going to have to bring in my own drum samples and stuff like that. I'm not just going to be using only these sounds. That would be really hard. But yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to drag these samples into a simpler and I can start recording in some melodies and chords and stuff like that. Actually, the first thing that I think I'm going to do for this beat is I'm going to bring in some drums. For the drum beat, I'm just going to pull in some really basic samples. Now I'm just going to go and arrange these samples into a good sounding drum beat. Yeah, I think I need to bring in another snare. This one is just sounding a little bit weak. Oh yeah, now I think it's time to move on to some other percussion sounds. So I think I might keep things relatively simple with the hi-hats, and we'll just loop that over a few times and that should be good to go. Now that I'm all done with the drums, I think it is time to start moving on to some instruments. So it's time for the keyboard. Woo! That is so dusty. So for my first instrument, I've just taken the square siren sound, and I've just looped it and put on a few different effects. And I'm just going to be using this sound to create some chords. Let's go ahead and record them. I think that is going to do it for the chords. They are very basic at the moment, but I think they work pretty well with the drum beat. I actually think that sounds pretty good. You'd never guess that the sound comes from a fire alarm test. Anyway, since that is going to do it for the chords, I'm going to move on to the melody. So for now, I'm just going to take the basic siren sound, and I'm just going to clip off the end. Mainly just because I want to create a little pluck sound, and I also don't want any of the rising sounds which comes along with the full siren sound. Yes, I think that is sounding alright. Let's go ahead and record in a melody. So I think that sounds quite nice. So next up, I've just duplicated the sound which I used for the chords, and I've just dropped it down a couple of octaves, and I'm going to be using this as a bass. So, let's record it. Oh yeah, that was easy. So the next thing that I might do is I might take the same sound once again, and now I'm just going to add on some higher notes, but I'm going to put the reverb all the way to wet. These are just going to be some nice background ambient sounds. Let's go ahead and record them in. So now that I think my beat is sounding quite nice, I think it is time to add on some vocals. And what do you know, we got some pretty good ones right here.
Testing. Fire system testing.
Oh, this is gonna ruin the beat. What I might do is I might just chop them up a bit and rearrange them around and try and make it sound okay. I'm just aiming for okay with these vocals. It really doesn't help that the recording quality is really bad as well, but I'll try my hardest. So I think the first thing that I need to do is I just need to warp them into time. Even though it's just the guy talking, it's actually quite on rhythm already. I don't have to change that much.
Testing. Fire system testing. Please disregard all warning tones. Thank you.
I think that is about right. It's sounding pretty good. It's not. So anyway, now that I've added in the vocals, I think I've got pretty much everything that I need. As usual, I've gone ahead and added on all of the finishing touches off camera, and yeah, here is my finished remix of the fire alarm test. Enjoy! So there we go, that is the finished beat. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. I really wish that I had a better quality recording of the fire alarm test, but because it just happened randomly, I didn't really have anything else to use apart from the recording from the original video. So yeah, there isn't really anything that I can do about that. But yeah, anyway, I think that is pretty much everything for this video. I will see all of you in the next couple of days for my next upload. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.